What up, folks? Are we there yet? Is my headset on? Am I committing a party foul right now? Nope. I made sure I checked because I want to get it right on the first take. And come in and talk about the VIX, right? When the VIX goes up, the market goes down. If the VIX attempts to go up, the market will go down. Why? Because the VIX is the volatility index of the S&P 500. It's not the volatility index of the Dow Jones. It's not the volatility index of the NASDAQ 100. It's not the volatility index of the Russell 2000. But we're going to talk about all of them. There's not much we have to talk about. It's a quarterly event. We hit the top in January. Isn't that the first month of the year, of the calendar year? Not the fiscal year, right? If you're hitting the buy and sell button and you don't understand the fiscal year, you late. You're about 3 months late, 4 months. September, October, November, December. Well, it's really October, November, December, right? And then January, February, March, and then April, May, June. Then they go on break, July, August, and September, the last quarter of the fiscal year. Shout out to the people that are on the journey with me, the journey of the truth. We're on the truth train. Everything else is cap. I don't care who your mentor is. If they're not talking about this, they're not talking. Those are opinions. We base everything off of facts in this community of traders, which spreads around the world. It's international. There are people who understand the right things. For some reason, we're like the 2% of social media. 98% are predators. I love my job. I love helping people. I don't like people, but I like helping. Because the reason I don't like people is because they have to do whatever they have to do to hurt the next person to get ahead in life. They have to prey on other people's capital because they can't make their own. So if we can teach them how to make their own, then they don't have to worry about my shit. This is math that comes straight from the hand of God. I have to stay anonymous. I shouldn't have to stay anonymous. If I have the truth and I can just hand it to people, why do I need to be anonymous? Because people are undisciplined. They're disobedient, they're predatory, they're ignorant, they're lazy, and they're monitoring. Spirits. It's not really the person, it's the thing, the spirits that are within these people. That's why they act and do the things that they do. No self-control whatsoever. So, again, I have to be anonymous. Hopefully this community builds the way it's supposed to build, and I'll be protected by my people, right? The people who are going to protect the truth, because it's worth protecting, right? I would have to say. I know what it is. Most people don't know what it is. They're the 98%. Only the 2% really would understand. The Bill Gates, the Warren Buffetts, the Mark Zuckerbergs, the Elon Musks, the Donald Trumps, they're 2%ers. We wonder why they get away with all these things, because the 2% runs the world. That's why. A slave is not to understand. When you're a slave, they don't care if you understand or not understand. Only the 2% give a shit about 2% things. Hence, having to have a 2% mentality to win the game. If you stick with the 98% mentality, you're only going to get 98% results. And it's not an A, it's an F. The 2% is an A. And 1% is an A+. I'm going for an A+. I don't know about you. I ain't got time to play with nobody about nothing ever again. 4 minutes and 44 seconds of sauce, as usual. OG thinks he's right all the time. I am right all the time because I read the chart. The chart tells you everything. And the basic scale of 100 is your price map. Anything with a price respects the scale. I took the sell at the top on the Dow Jones. Why? It was in the middle, 50,000, right? In the middle, it's 60, 50, 40. Well, I understand the risk, and I under leveraged. I didn't have to put a freaking immaculate lot size, and it wasn't a lot size. I'm trading contracts. These are futures contracts. I don't trade Forex. I trade futures. It's different. It hits different. But it don't matter what I trade as long as I do it correctly, right? I know that we were going from January to February to March, just like last year. We had the tariff scare, which sent the market down to its bottom position by March and April. Just like in COVID, March and April, there's just this reoccurring theme that the market likes to hit its bottom between March and April. You've never heard anybody on social media say this. And nobody on social media caught the sell on the Dow Jones at the tippy top, the tippy tay. Come on, don't play with me. Because we have to be accountable, right? We have to be taking care of business, right? Who else in social media? They can talk about up there, down there. No, what's the price? I thought we were giving out signals. Paying for trash. I don't give out signals. I'm a walking signal. I implement the trade. I don't call out no signals. I talk about the basic scale of 100 because that's what you're supposed to talk about. I'm the hottest on YouTube. I'm the hottest in social media. I just decided to just stick to YouTube. I don't need to go to Twitter or Instagram. I ain't got time to be juggling a bunch of shit. I'm going to build it right here. Shout out to Carlos Gonzalez. If that's who he is, this is my problem with people. I mean, I have to be anonymous, so I would expect people to be anonymous on social media, right? I don't have to be throwing my name around and nothing. No. I ain't got time for that. For people that are undisciplined, I see why the 2%ers fly under the radar. They don't want to deal with undisciplined souls that are going to do whatever. No, I'm not down for whatever. I'm down for doing things correctly. If that's what you're about, then come on, get on the train. But anyway, thank you for the comment. I turned the comments off. Maybe next year, once I get through a full year of these videos, I might open up the stage for communication. Because you can't trust people. They're undisciplined. That's why. It's not that I don't want to hear kind words from people. I just don't want to hear trash. Because they say, oh, you got to take the good with the bad. You got people that don't know what the hell they doing. I'm sitting here giving you everything that you need, and you still going to talk crazy. The only person that's going to talk crazy over here is me, right? Because I know what I'm doing. I'm doing it for the people, not the profits. I ain't got time for the frauds. I ain't got time for predators and clowns. I got to take care of the business. So once this community becomes what it's supposed to be, then the community will get after people that start talking crazy in the comment section. They'll just get smashed. Like Cardi B has her Cardi Bedians, and Beyonce has her Beehive, and I'll have the community of traders, the real ones, right? Not the frauds. What else could we call it? Community of traders. The best people in my community are the GOATs, the greatest of all time. The TPC GOATs is what I call us, right? I don't use my group anymore. The company that I used to run, I don't run that anymore. But I still have the program. I still run my program. So shout out to the people. That's who we do it for, not the profits. We want to be consistent and persistent in doing the right things. I don't really need to talk about anything but the price. And once everybody understands that that's what we're doing, you don't need no signal. All you have to do is look at the price. Let's look at the NASDAQ right quick, 25,000, which is funny because the Russell 2000 is at 2,500. You see how that's in the middle? On the NASDAQ, 35, 25, 15 is the same as 35, 25, 15 on the Russell 2000. On the Russell 2000, it's 3,500, 2,500, 1,500. On the NASDAQ, it's 35,000, 25,000, 15,000. Why does the market makers always bring you back to the middle of the structure? This is what I teach. I already know this. I've been teaching this for at least 5 years now. And then the S&P 85, 75, 65. You see it's up there at the top, but it's not at the top. It's at 6,500. You still got to hit 7,500, which is the middle, and then 8,500 up at the top. I'm already looking to sell when it gets up there. Of course, you got to, one, under leverage. Be very careful, but understand the price map. That's all you need. We buy low at discount, we sell high at the premium, and we stay out the middle. How do nobody know this? Because they don't know what a discount is. They don't know what a premium is. They be throwing these words around, don't know what the hell they talking about. But guess who does? I'll holler. Hey.